So in our previous video, we answered some very simple questions about black holes. People who know black holes by now, here are some questions which can blow up your mind. The first question is, what if the sun turns into a black hole? Well, first of all, how can the sun turn into a black hole? Well, that's impossible. It's not that massive.
Failure!
It cannot crush its own core into a small ball which has such a strong gravity and such a high mass from which not even light can escape. But okay, for this video's sake, let's just pretend that the sun somehow turned into a black hole. Great. Now this black hole will be at least 6 kilometers in diameter. That's crikey scary because it's the mass of the sun and it's 6 kilometers in diameter. You might be thinking that once the sun turns into a black hole, its sheer gravity will rip every single planet into pieces and swallow it. You see, now that the sun is that small and it's still having the same mass, it'll technically have the same gravity. So it means that the planets will continue orbiting the sun with absolutely no problems. However, within 8 minutes and 17 seconds, because that's the time which takes for the sun's light to reach the earth, the sunlight which was arriving on earth, it will just deteriorate. And the first sun would be an invisible sun.
Bruh.
Alright, but what if a black hole enters the solar system?
Hello.
Okay, this is where we'll have to go in a step by step organization. But in short, the whole solar system will obviously be doomed. But the first warning sign will come in years. A sudden wave of asteroids and meteors. Though it will be a beautiful sign, this should raise a red flag because in the first few months, scientists will start predicting a black hole that has entered our solar system. Well, the Oort cloud is the barrier between the sun's final limit of gravity and the interior of the solar system. The black hole breaches through that area with ease, sending a lot of the asteroids all the way to the sun. Another place where it can collide into is the Kuiper belt. It's a very huge belt which contains a lot of asteroids and many of the dwarf planets like Pluto. Now, many more asteroids and dwarf planets will be just rushing over to the sun. By now, it's already a few hundred years. You see, the solar system is just so wide. But the curtain calls the moment the black hole reaches Jupiter. Already intense effects of the black hole's gravity and radiation strikes. Already wiping out a lot of the population via deadly diseases like cancer and maybe even cause a lot of dramatical changes in the earth. Crossing the asteroid belt, and now Earth has faced many bombardments by asteroids, essentially ending all life. The now rogue Earth will be ripped apart by the sun and the black hole, pulling it. Finally, our only hope, the sun, will easily be swallowed. Alright, what may be the biggest black hole in the universe? Well, you see, there are a few categories: the stellar mass, the supermassive, and the hypermassive. The stellar mass black holes are black holes which haven't yet swallowed much matter and is not that massive. It can be much heavier than the sun by now, but it will be barely a few planets in diameter.
What the hell?
What about the supermassive black holes? Well, for starters, stellar mass black holes, of course, they're small, so they're visible in multiple galaxies. Currently, our galaxy might be having multiple thousands. Now that's very terrifying considering the fact that black holes can just wander around anywhere. But supermassive black holes, almost all of them are found at the center of a galaxy. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, has a supermassive black hole at its center. Its name is the Sagittarius A star. It's approximately the size of the whole solar system, but it's just very massive. Multiple solar masses, thousands. Some black holes which are even bigger and more massive.
They're basically the M31 of the Andromeda galaxy, the M87 of another galaxy, and the TON 618 of another galaxy.
What if two black holes merge into each other? If two black holes are rotating at the same angle or collide directly, and if the black holes are of the same diameter, same mass, and have the same gravitational effect, then it will cause a huge explosion and both the black holes will be repelled. But things spice up when any of the conditions are not fulfilled. Two black holes will just collide, forming a kilonova. Over here, the black hole will get very, very massive. Huge gravitational ripples will be sent all across the solar system for hundreds of thousands of light years. And it can even potentially cause a gamma ray burst. Anyways, now those are all the strange questions answered, but maybe that's in for another part of the series. Thank you so much for watching.